Hello everyone. So today we'll be looking at 6th grade lesson 10. So number 1, 12 bottles contain 18 liters of soda. How many bottles contain 12 liters of soda? So we have our 12 to 18 ratio here. Let's simplify as much as we can. So what we do is we divide this by 6 because this is the least common divisor. So we get 2 to 3. This is our ratio. So we put our 12 liters right here. And to get here, we had to multiply 4. So we'll also multiply here by 4 to get 8. And 8 is our answer here. Okay, so number 2. Michael sells tickets to a football game. He sold 321 tickets in 3 hours. How many tickets at this rate will he sell in 5 hours? So we have our 321 tickets in 3 hours ratio. And if we want to divide this with the least common divisor, we just actually divide this by 3, which gives us 107 to 1. And so we have our 5 here. And we had to multiply by 5 in order to get here. So we also multiply here by 5 to get 535. And this is our answer right here. Okay, so number 3. Zoe traveled by bus. She traveled the first 2 hours at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour. The next 3 hours at the constant speed of 7 hours. What is the distance that Zoe traveled in 5 hours? Okay. So, I think what they meant was that this was a 70, this was 330. So she traveled the first 2 hours at a constant speed of 60 miles per hour, and the next 3 hours at a constant speed of 70 miles per hour. So what we do here is we multiply 2 by 60 because they want the number of miles. So we have 120 miles, and the next 3 hours at a constant speed of 70. This gets us 210 miles. And if we add all of this up, we get 330 miles, which is C. Number 4, there are 48 marbles in 8 bags. How many marbles are there in 5 bags? So we have our ratio of 48 to 8. We want to simplify this as much as possible, so we divide by 8, get 6 to 1 ratio, and we have our 5 bags here, and we had to multiply by 5 to get there. So we have to multiply by 5 on the other side to get 30. And our answer is C. Lydia bought 3 pens for $4.20 and 2 erasers for $1.20. Maya bought a pen and an eraser. How much did Maya pay? So dividing by 3 here, because we want the cost of 1 pen, gets us $1.40. And we want to divide by 2 here for the cost of 1 eraser, and this gets us 60 cents. And it says Maya bought a pen and an eraser, so we just add $1.40 with 60 cents to get $2. And that is choice C. Number 6. Peter traveled by train and passed 150 miles in 3 hours. Then the train increased its speed by 10 miles per hour. How long did Peter travel next 120 miles? So we know Peter traveled by train and passed 150 miles in 3 hours. So we divide by 3 to get 50 miles. Then the train increased its speed by 10 miles per hour. And how long did Peter travel next 120 miles? So if it increased its speed, then that means it increased its speed by 10 miles more. So we add 10 to 50. So we have 60 miles per hour. And it says how long did Peter travel the next 120 miles? So we divide this by 60 to get 2 hours. That is B. Alright, so, I think I skipped. Okay. The students are going on a trip. There are 150 students and in 6 buses. How many buses are needed for 150 students? So we know that there's 150 students in 6 buses. Wow. This is a very funny question because it asks for the number of students in 6 buses, but it also asks for the same number of buses for the same number of students. Okay, we'll just change this to 300 students. If we change this to 300 students, then we have our 150 to 60 ratio, which is 1 to 25 ratio. And we want to get from 300 to 1, and this is an increase of 12. So we want to get here to 12, so we multiply 12 on this side, and we'll actually make a mid answer here, and we'll say 12. Thank you guys.